Yes, my name is Adam Van Houtte. I'm a New Braunfels resident. I was involved in an auto accident last year in 2020, January of 2020. It was a pretty gnarly accident. Started developing some lower back pain pretty immediately. I started to research different neurosurgeons in the area. Started Googling who's the best one, started asking people, and kept leading me back to here with Dr. Sani and Varzani. So I ended up coming here and seeking treatment, and started coming here last year. Trying to stay away from surgery, which, I've had bad experience with surgery. My cervical C5 to 7 I had fused twice. The first time it was due to another auto accident about 6 years ago. But the doctor failed to put a screw in on my fusion, and it didn't fuse right. And so it led me back to 2 years later having another spinal fusion on the rear. So now my C5 to 7 is pretty much full roll caged in. So I don't want to make that mistake anymore. So I definitely do a lot of research when anything to do with medical care nowadays. So it was not Dr. Sani. It was done by a hack job doctor in California from an auto accident that was back in like 2015. Symptoms were, I had shooting pain in my back. 2 days after the accident, I almost couldn't get up. I had to call out of work. I had to take about 3 weeks off because it was almost impossible to get out of bed that morning, so I knew something was up. It didn't hit instantly, but it was about a couple days later. I started having some issues with the pain. The pain was pretty excruciating. I've had back pain before, neck pain, but this was pretty excruciating, I'd say the worst. So then I knew something was going on in there, so I had to definitely get it checked out and start some sort of treatments, determine what was going on with it. Very likable guy, Dr. Sani is. Get along well, real matter of fact, to the point. He's very straight up, not going to butter anything, try to butter anything up for you and make it, it is what it is. He tells you what, how it is. It may not be for everyone, different avenues that we can go down. I felt very comfortable, didn't feel misleading, didn't feel like he's pushing one way or another, which there's a lot of times doctors do that, and I didn't feel that way at all with him at all. So I figured that's why I'm going to stay here with him and continue down this path, and whatever we have to do to get healed. So we obviously are starting from the lowest end first. Lowest end meaning steroid shots, to try to figure out if that helps at all to determine whether we need to move ahead with the burning of the nerves is the next step, to try to figure out that. I'm trying to stay away from surgery, and he knows that, so we're just trying to baby step our way up to figure out if we can get rid of the pain and live a comfortable life without being in excruciating pain. I've got many years of work left in me, and I got to make sure I can still do that. So I want to stay away from surgery by any means, and he knows that. So he's working with me every step of the way to try to do the minimal things, but stay on top of the pain. The injections work good for a little bit, which determined that the nerves being singed now, or burnt, or whatever you want to call it, should work out with my case. So that's the step we're doing next. We'll be doing that on Wednesday. The injection treatment is very quick, easy. Come in here, you're not here very long. The procedure itself is maybe 5-10 minutes tops from the time you get into the office. It's not very bad at all. I've done it with anesthesia, without anesthesia. Of course, with anesthesia is a little easier, but it's not that bad without. So. But it definitely gives you some relief, and you're able to push forward. But that's just a step of the process that we have to do to determine if we can go on to the next step, which is the burning of the nerves. So the research process was basically, I was looking for the most sought after doctors in the area, in that area for neurosurgeons, and I Googled, I asked people around, and it kept leading me back to this office here. And so that's when I decided that I was going to go through with this doctor, one of the two doctors here in this office. So ended up with Dr. Sani, and I've been very pleased with him. Very confident. We did do all the MRIs. We've done all the steps and procedures, and he was straight up with me and said, "This is the lowest end. Here's the medium, what we want to do, and here's surgery is the last step. If nothing else works." And so he's instead of starting at the far end and saying, let's just get surgery done, he's basically telling me, let's do these steps. Let's work through. You may not need surgery. Let's see if we can get healed by the lower end of the steps, which The first doctor, neurosurgeon back in California on that accident, he straight went, "We're going to have surgery. That's what you're going to do." He didn't go through any steps really. He did it, it was straight like, and that was my first surgery ever and my first time dealing with a surgeon, and he steered me the wrong way. And then that gentleman, that doctor screwed me anyways and but messed me up and basically made me have to go through a surgery again because of his negligence. And so that's why I'm pretty picky on who I use now as far as any surgeries, but especially neurosurgeons for my spine or my back. I have, and I would. I've actually recommended my sister. She's actually being seen by Dr. Farzani. She just woke up one day and started feeling really bad back pains out of nowhere. And I sent her over here, and she's been very pleased. She's, like I said, been with Dr. Farzani, and he's been taking good care of her, and she's doing the same process I'm doing. And she actually just got her nerve singe on her back, and she's been doing a lot better with that. So, absolutely. I just want to thank Dr. Sanhi for helping me find relief and helping me get through the pain and the process and making it very, very easy on me and working with me. And I will definitely recommend him to anyone that has back problems.